I got wonderful news in the genre of beekeeping, so stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. That's right, you see me in the bee yard in the apiary here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I managed to successfully keep bees over winter. I've got 2 hives that were thriving at the end of the autumn into winter, and they are going like game busters today. This is March 6th, 2018, and both of these hives seem to be just a buzz with activity. To help the bees get started, I went ahead and fed them some sugar water. Started out with 3-to-1 on the sugar and the water, and hopefully this will give them the energy to be able to go out as the plants start blooming, and they can collect their protein from the pollen and their carbohydrates from the nectar. The genetics from these hives are awesome. These were collected from a swarm that swarmed from an original hive about a year ago. A year ago this month, maybe late February, because they got an early start. And these girls are just going like crazy. As I look, I can see some of them just loaded down with pollen already, so they're getting their protein in the hive, and I anticipate some mega growth and those queens getting busy. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead next week and we're going to attempt to split the hives and see if I have any queen cells. We're going to go ahead and remove those frames if there's queens still in them, and we're going to carefully place them in the other 2 empty hives that I have, and then I'll be back to 4 good hives. And in this year I'm not messing with the queens at all. No introduction of new queens or what have you. Oh, I'm going to try to tell you a little story about the demise of my bees from last year. I had a neighbor from hell, and all the neighbors agreed this was a neighbor from hell. This guy was a bona fide idiot. He was a moron. That's putting it kindly, and every neighbor in this whole valley will agree. Even our county sheriff's department might be inclined to agree. So the story is, this guy was growing illegal marijuana crops up on his hillside, and we caught him spraying with illegal pesticides, and those pesticides were killing all the pollinators in our little valley area here. And that's what happened to my bees. So anyway, this guy ended up, well, long story short, cheated on his wife while he was down the road with his Thursday night girlfriend. Her Friday night boyfriend was present, so he took a gun and shot her Friday night boyfriend, and then he got himself in a boatload of trouble. So now he's in prison, and my bees survived because the idiot. Did I mention he was a moron? Yep. He wasn't spraying, so therefore my bees survived, and we're going to be happy beekeepers in this little valley. So stay tuned for more antics in the apiary. I've got some duty to do for beekeeping. I'm learning more and more as I go, plus I rely heavily upon my mentor, Mr. Ken, and he'll be making some appearances this year also, so stay tuned for those videos. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, and be sure to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe, and sharing our videos really helps the channel immensely. We'll see you guys again in more videos. Bye-bye.